Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we're going to water jet cut a metal stencil. When it comes to water jet cutting, there are a lot of advantages of using that technology over the plasma that I have behind me. The biggest advantage to water jet cutting is sharp inner corners. Now what's that? If you'll notice here on the stencil, I got some mask on it, so I wanted to show you that as well. You'll notice that you have something very sharp here. Now if this was plasma cut, everything would be a little bit rounded because basically a plasma arc, or this, it's basically like a circle. And it's maybe 1/8 to 1/16 inch, so maybe 1 to 3 millimeters thick. And if you have really small details like this here on this stencil, what will happen is that you end up with a bit of a round instead of a sharp. The nice thing about the water jet is the beam is dramatically thinner, almost like a hair on your head. And because of that, it's still rounded, but it's such a small round that it looks sharp. Now in this case here, I decided all the other videos I've done with the water jet has always had this masking removed, and then we do the water jet work. In this case here, I left it on just to show you what it looks like. So whenever we get metal in the shop, it comes with the masking generally on both sides, and what you see is this here. And what this does is protect the surface so it doesn't get scratched up, as you can see here. And it just comes right off like this. So it's not a big deal. And it protects the surface from scratches, nicks, and that kind of stuff. It's not 100% foolproof, but it's pretty good. The reason why I remove that before I do any videos or anything like that with the plasma cutter here in the shop is because it sort of melts the plastic and it becomes very hard to remove. Now the reason why I remove it with the water jet, which is what you're going to see, is that what happens is the beam of water and sand or garnet goes into here and then shoots back up and then comes back down onto it. So you end up with a bit of a scratching on the surface of it if it just happens to point at the wrong angle. So whenever I do videos here, it's not based on material I get like this here. It's generally with a masking on it that I remove because that's how you produce a better result. Now, I'm just removing it now. And the other thing you'll notice right off the bat from the stencil is that you end up with the sand that literally gets everywhere. Now you can see it here, it comes right off, it's just sand on the surface of it. But it's something to keep in mind. So where a water jet produces mud, basically all over your material, the plasma cutter is a lot cleaner process, but you still have to clean up the surface of it because what happens is you get lots of soot from the vaporized steel. major difference between waterjet and plasma cutter is that basically the plasma uses a hot process to cut the metal. It literally just melts it. While with the waterjet, it's a cold cutting process, which means that it just erodes it until it goes all the way through the material. So they both basically achieve the same thing, just a very different way. Now, for your project specifically that you give to us, you don't really have to know the cost and the benefits of each machine, because we also got lasers and routers and a bunch of other stuff. What you need to know is that we have access to all these different machineries, and because of that we can optimize a design and a process with the material to produce the best result that's possible for your given project. So if you're looking for custom stencils, whether they're wood, they're plastic, metal, anything, contact me at CNCRI.com and we'll make it for you.